Marlowe's use of Renaissance aspiration is neither axiomatic nor ideological, but one of perceptive intellectual sensitivity. Faustus' despair, fluctuating among several alternatives without being able to affirm or reject anything decisively, reveals the rich complexity of the Elizabethan mind, making him simultaneously a Renaissance hero and a Reformation casualty. Yes, Faustus is a Renaissance man because, he had aspirations, his intellectual energy, and his rejection of the limitations because he was not happy with whatever he had and he wanted something more. But we also have to keep in mind that he is a Reformation casualty because his despair and fluctuating among various alternatives without being able to affirm or reject anything decisively, because sometimes he thinks मुझे माफ़ी मांग लेनी चाहिए भगवान से, and then when Lucifer threatens him again, he backs off, so he is very indecisive. So yes, he is a Renaissance man, but also he is a Reformation casualty. The Reformation strain. There was one more question in here. I'll show you. Yes, so examine the Renaissance and Reformation strains in Faustus. So we'll now look at the Reformation strain. The Reformation strain operates with equal dramatic force throughout the play. For Campbell, Dr. Faustus is basically neither a tragedy of medieval Christianity nor of the Renaissance, but specifically that of the Protestant fate uppermost in the 16th century English mind. Faustus is confirmed in sin most disastrously not by yielding to the excitements of pleasure, but by yielding to the counsels of despair urged by Mephistopheles and the bad angel. He consequently rejects the mercy of God promised by the good angel and the old man, casting off faith and hope. The so-called medieval elements of Marlowe's play are not medieval but belong to the Reformation. They constitute the essential dramatic of the play, culminating in Faustus' final speech where theme, plot, and poetry converge in magnificent tragic grandeur. The tragedy of Faustus thus emanates from an individual's right to a particular kind of religious experience, vehemently and tragically asserted, which is the very essence of Reformation thinking. So what it says is that Faustus' tragedy is emanating from his individual right to a particular kind of religious experience. Like he rejected God and he accepted Lucifer's, ploy to, sell his soul for omnipotence. So he is confirmed in sin most disastrously, not by yielding to the enticement of pleasure, but by yielding to the counsels of despair urged by Mephistopheles and the bad angel. उसने good angel की बात नहीं सुनी, उसने भगवान की बात नहीं सुनी, but उसने Mephistopheles and bad angel के उसमें आके influence में आके उसने yield किया and उसने sin किया. He consequently rejects the mercy of God promised by the good angel and the old man, casting off faith and hope. He did not listen to the good angel, and लास्ट में एक ओल्ड मैन भी आया था उसको समझाने के लिए, बट वो तभी नहीं माना. एकदम एंड में जब हाफ एन आवर था तब वो रोया बिलबिलाया, बट तब तक तो ऑल होप वाज लॉस्ट. सो in conclusion, Dr. Faustus is a tragedy of both the Renaissance and Reformation. The Renaissance gives it human ambition and grandeur, while the Reformation gives it moral conscience and tragic accountability. Together, they create one of the most profound and enduring tragedies in English literary history. So what we can say is that Dr. Faustus